What's going on, friends and fans? Ryan Dohrn here, your friendly neighborhood sales coach. And this month, we're talking about you not being yourself. Like, don't be yourself, because it might just impact your sales business big time. All right, if you like this video at the end, stay to the end, give us a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, then just go away. Make sure you subscribe down below as well. All right, now let's have some fun together. All right, there's 3 types of buyers that you're going to encounter. Now, there's hundreds of personality profiles, but 3 main types of folks that you're going to meet. Ego-driven buyers, logical buyers, and emotional buyers. Those are the 3 main types that you're going to meet. So who are you? Let me explain. Most salespeople sell the way that they want to be sold. So if you tend to buy things from a logical point of view, you typically will sell things from a logical point of view. So every month I have an opportunity to train and coach a couple hundred sales reps, just like all of you that are out there. And remember, I keep selling every day as well. Well, just remember, if you buy logically, you typically sell logically. If you buy from more of an emotional perspective, you typically sell from more of an emotional perspective. If you're an ego-driven buyer, you're probably an ego-driven seller, and that's not most of us. That's less than 5% of the buyer types that are out there. Now, let me explain further, because if you're a disconnect with the person you're meeting with, no matter how good a personality you have, being yourself, being your authentic self, if you're a mismatch for the person you're meeting with, more than likely, you're not going to close the deal. Now, I am not suggesting that you don't try really hard to make sure every sales call is perfect. You really should. Don't just freewheel it out there. Instead, spend a little time in 2 places. 1, who are you as a seller? Okay. Number 2, spend some time on LinkedIn, doing some research, get on some AI tools, and figure out who the person is that you're meeting. If you're meeting with somebody that's more logical, they appear more logical in their posts online, maybe you've met them in a previous conversation, then you need to take a logical approach to the sales call. If you see online that people use a lot of big words and people love this and love that and spice of life, that's an emotional buyer. So you need to be selling from an emotional point of view. Now, somebody might say, well, Ryan, you're saying don't be myself. Exactly, I am. I want you to be thinking about what can you do to be a chameleon out there. Now, I don't want you to be fake. I don't want you to be unauthentic. I want you to be smart, because I know everybody out there is looking to work smarter and not harder, okay? Good luck with that. I'm here to tell you, let's be really, really smart and work really, really hard. All right, let's dig in on this even further. All right, Ryan Dohrn, your friendly neighborhood sales coach. I'm an emotional buyer, so I'm an emotional seller. What does that mean? My wife said, hey, go to the car dealership, your lease is up, get something different, whatever you come back with, just make sure the payment is less. Cool, easy, I got this. Go to the car dealership, come home. She says, what in the world were you thinking? Why did you buy that car? You can't even put a bag of groceries in the back seat of that car. Now, it wasn't quite that stern, but you get my point. Well, my lovely wife of 29 years is a logical buyer. Therefore, she's a logical seller. She likes to buy things based upon the ones, the zeros, the math, the miles per gallon, that type of thing, the research. It's not that she doesn't have any emotion, it just doesn't play a huge role in her buying decision. I, on the other hand, am an emotional cat. Up and down the tree, I am emotional. So when I went to buy that car, I thought to myself, don't I look good in this car? Now, all she said was make sure the payment is less, and it is. Well, what happened is we ended up with a nice car, don't get me wrong, but I was a mismatch for that decision. All right, so who are you? You've got to ask yourself, when you're buying things, is it more emotional or is it more logical? Because typically that's the way that you're going to sell to the people that you meet. Now, if you're saying, well, you know, Ryan, I'm a little bit of both. Hey, listen to yourself. Well, Ryan, I'm a little bit of both. That sounds like me. That means you're an emotional person. Logical people know exactly who they are. 2 and 2 is 4 to them. To me, 2 and 2 is 4, a good start and having a good time. Recognize, friends, if you are being yourself, you might just be a mismatch for the person that you're meeting with. All right, what are the signs of somebody that you're going to meet with that people are logical? Look them up on LinkedIn. If they share a lot of really professional stuff, if they share lists of things, listing, comma, lots of lists. If you look at their about on LinkedIn, it's very list-oriented. It's very, very cut and dry, very 1, 2, 3, 4. That kind of person is typically going to be a logical buyer because they presented themselves in a logical way. All right, go look at my LinkedIn profile, okay, over on LinkedIn. And you'll see, I love my job. I love 80s rock and roll. I love coffee. I love helping people. It just screams of emotion. That would tell me then that I'm an emotional buyer. So therefore, if you want to sell me, you want to take the approach of sharing stories, sharing about success, using FOMO and those types of things. Now you might say, well, hey, why wouldn't you use all those things, Ryan, on a logical buyer? Oh, it's not that you wouldn't do that. But if you don't bring the ones and zeros, if you don't bring the research, if you don't back it up with logic, more than likely you're not selling that person in the most effective way. Now, just to wrap this up, when I say don't be yourself, I think you know what I'm talking about. I'm never talking about being dishonest. I'm never talking about being unethical. What I am talking to you about, though, is being strategic. In a lot of circumstances, in love, in life, and in business, we're not strategic. We tend to kind of, for lack of a better term, kind of shoot from the hip in a lot of circumstances. And that's not going to work out for you if you're looking to change, grow, or make your sales business a lot more robust. Now, here's what I'd like to do this month. I don't always talk about it. Down below in the comments, let's discuss this, because maybe you disagree. That'd be fun discussion. Maybe you agree. Give a couple of thumbs up. But in the end, friends, I just want you to think about this. Who are you as a buyer? Because more than likely, that's who you are as a seller. When you can slightly morph your sales presentations to be in better alignment with the person that you're meeting with, whether they're young or they're old, regardless of the age or cross-selling across generations, friends, you'll almost always get further faster. Never forget, if sales was easy, everybody would be doing it. And they're not. We're not crazy. I used to say that. We're the crazy ones out there. We're not crazy. This is a great career. Sales will feed your family for a lifetime. Just always be looking for things that you can do to make your sales life even better. Love to help you. Love to help your sales team. Reach out to me over at ryandohrn.com.